everybody, welcome. I'm really excited to bring you a kind of different video concept today. I had actually just stumbled across an article online where Kim Kardashian had mentioned some of her favorite low-cost beauty products, and I thought, well, this is interesting because it was coming from her personally. She was doing the interview. I do follow her main makeup artist, Mario, and he does offer a lot of product information here and there, but I found this especially interesting because it was coming from her. She was talking about the things that she actually does work into her daily beauty routine, and some of the things were pretty inexpensive. I do think it's very compelling when major celebrities sort of divulge some of those things that they see as must-haves. Now, I thought I would stick to the bargain beauty products that were coming up in these articles. Some of them I already had, some I needed to pick up, and I thought I'd just try them myself and give you, an everyday person's perspective on how these things work. First thing that Kim says she loves are the Neutrogena makeup removing cleansing towelettes in this night calming version, and I had never tried this particular kind before. I am familiar with the regular Neutrogena towelettes, but there really is, I think, a rather heavy fragrance with these. And it says, ultra soft nourishing cloths to gently dissolve all traces of makeup, even waterproof mascara. Now, while I was able to remove a full face of rather heavy makeup, it took me definitely longer than it does with my Olay or Equate Daily Facials cleansing cloths, the kinds that are dry, but that you add water to and then they suds up soapy style. Those really do an amazing job, a quick job, and they don't irritate my eyes. These, maybe it was just all the fragrance in here that my face wasn't used to, but when I was using it around my eyes to remove the eye makeup, I found it to be a little bit borderline irritating. So I know pre-moistened towelettes are very handy to have around, but probably not something I'm gonna repurchase. Another Neutrogena product that Kim mentioned liking to keep in her shower is this Neutrogena Fresh Foaming Cleanser. And so this is something, of course, you could use to remove makeup or just, on clean skin just to get sort of a fresh start, maybe at the start of the day. It totally does foam up a lot, and when you rinse it off, your skin feels really, really clean. And comparing this to my holy grail, like liquid cleanser, the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser, I don't know, my skin has gotten so accustomed to that, and I feel like that one is really good about not stripping your skin too much. And before any moisturizer goes on my skin, it just tends to feel a lot more dry after I use this, and when I use the CeraVe, it's just a little more, I don't know, plumped up feeling and supple. I think people who have more oily skin might really enjoy this, but for me, it's, again, not one of those products I'm going to swap into my routine. Next thing is a drugstore hair product that Kim says she likes, and it's the Finesse Moisturizing Shampoo and Conditioner. I was able to get my hands on the Moisturizing 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, and I gotta say, this stuff is awesome. It lathers up into probably the richest lather that I have ever experienced from a shampoo. It's crazy. It just gets really, really thick and sudsy, but it rinses very clean, and I do feel like my hair has been a little bit more manageable in terms of styling, and maybe that's the moisturizing element to this. The smell on it, very old school, like takes me back to the early days. I think it reminds me of when I was a kid. I don't know, my mom probably had Finesse in our shower, but it's like classic, clean, soapy, no frills added, but still kind of strong. It's kind of refreshing, actually. It's very different from anything else that's in my shower. So I gotta say, I love that. The next thing talked about in a recent article is the cheap body oil that Kim and Khloe use every night, and it is bio oil. And I did have just a little sample size, actually. And this says contains the breakthrough ingredient Purcellin oil. And in the claims it says helps improve the appearance of scars, stretch marks, uneven skin tone, aging skin, and dehydrated skin. Apply twice daily for a minimum of 3 months, or during pregnancy, apply twice daily from the start of the second trimester. So very specific there. I have used this all over my skin, and I do think it really, really hydrates and softens the skin. I feel like my skin comes away with the very same feel I have if I use my Tarte Maracuja oil or my Josie Maran Argan oil all over. I was also glad to see that I could use this even on my legs after I'd shaved in the shower, and there was no irritation there. And I haven't been using this during a pregnancy. I can't really comment on, how well it did in a before and after sense. Maybe the next time around we'll be able to test it that way. But I'm a big scent person, and scent-wise on this, every time I catch a whiff of it, for some reason, it kind of reminds me of a doctor's office. Kind of a like classic Dial antibacterial soap type scent. Nothing super amazing in the scent department for me, but I have a sense that people are using this for many more practical purposes besides just the way it smells. But I really did like the way this made my skin feel, and it is something I would pull out again and kind of keep in my body moisturizer rotation. Now, I'm sorry I don't have more like actual makeup things to talk about in this video, but there are a couple of low-cost lash products that Kim's makeup artist does talk about using on her all the time, apparently. And it's a combination of L'Oreal Voluminous, I just have the regular version here, and the Ardell Individuals, the Dural Lashes, in medium and long lengths. So let's talk about the Voluminous mascara first. There's no doubt about it, this is a really volumizing formula. I think it's got a great brush. It adds a lot of thickness to the lashes. A couple of the shortcomings for me would be that it's not especially lengthening, and also I'm a straight lash person who really has to curl my lashes every time, and always after I apply Voluminous it kind of straightens them out again. The other product here from Ardell, and I actually have the starter kit of the individual false lashes. It comes with a clear glue, a remover, there's pointed tip tweezers, and then short, medium, and long lengths to the individual lashes. Individual false lashes are something I never find myself talking about. First off, I find the application to be a lot more tedious than a strip lash. I mean, it only makes sense that applying glue across a whole band and then popping it on your eyes, getting instant impact, is easier than taking individual lash bundles, dipping them in glue, and then placing them all across your lash line. However, you are going to get a much more natural and undetectable look to your lashes if you use this kind. Like, I think it will be much more likely that someone will think, oh, you just have really great lashes if you're wearing something like this. And so on my lash line, I did 2 mediums, sort of in the middle. I actually placed a short on the inner part and 1 long on the outside. And I actually think the long might be even a little longer than necessary for my lashes, but the overall effect is very wispy and lengthened. I do think it's a pretty look, but it took me probably 3 times longer than applying regular false lashes. But let me know in the comments section, do you wear individual false lashes, or under what circumstances do you like to wear them? I never see questions about these, so I kind of like to open up the discussion, but it is something that I think right now I don't feel extremely confident in my application. I think as time goes on, I would get better at it and faster at it. So there you go, guys, just an everyday person testing out some of Kim Kardashian's favorite low-cost beauty products. Thank you so much for taking time to watch. You may see more videos like this in the near future, and I'll see you soon. Bye!